My name is Ryan Bradt. I'm an assistant training director here at the Puget Sound Electrical JATC. I think it's the hands-on learners that do the best here. You know, people who want to do an active learning environment are really attracted to apprenticeship. And then I think the other piece of it that sometimes we don't talk about very often is these programs are practical. And so, you know, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're in a trigonometry class in high school, right? And you're sitting there in the trig class and you're doing these triangles on the board and you can't relate it to anything you're going to do in your life. I mean, we've all been there, right? And so with that, here with an apprenticeship, you actually get to see what that trig does for you. And so here with conduit fabrication, AC theory, all of those use that trigonometry. And so they get that sort of practical education, and then they get to see themselves actually using it in the field. And I think that's something that really attracts a lot of people. You know, you go through and you learn English, but you don't necessarily know where that's going to go for you. Here, you know, you come into the classroom, you learn about DC theory, and then you get to go apply that in the field, you know, maybe that week. So apprenticeship gives it a lot of opportunity for the hands-on learner. In the industry, we call them kinesthetic learners, as well as I think for people who are looking for a practical career in education. I think I would suggest they think about what classes they took in high school that they were excited about. You know, so were you somebody who was excited about shop class or art class or even PE? Were those the classes that were your favorites? And if you were that sort of an active learner and looking for that, then I think you're going to find what you're looking for here. You know, one of the jokes we always make too is if you're somebody who likes to tinker or build things, right? The dead giveaway of a great electrical apprentice is somebody who took apart an appliance when they were a kid, right? So if you tore apart a toaster, you know, and see how it works, got in trouble with mom and dad at one point, usually, you know, that's a dead-on sign that this is something you might want to think about. You know, I can't tell you how many interviews I've been in where that story from an apprentice during the interview process came out that, yeah, I was tearing apart our refrigerator and realized that was a time to get into this business. As far as a successful career goes, right, is that it's doing two things for you. You're getting the on-the-job training and the related training in the classroom. And so with those two things, you leave here, right, already ready to work. And so that's the big key piece to apprenticeship is while you're here, you're getting the on-the-job training and the related supplemental instruction. When you turn out and become a journey person out in the field, right, you are ready, boots on the ground, and you're making a killer wage, great benefits, as you know, right? Great retirement and health and welfare benefits. So it's you're prepared when you leave here. If you're over 18, then try to find yourself entry-level position, you know, within a company that's doing the type of work that you're interested in. Get yourself out onto the construction site, get some exposure to what that's going to be like. When you come to do an interview to get into an apprenticeship, the board or the committee who's going to be doing the interview is really interested in, do you understand what it's like to work in construction? You know, to be outside, to be in the weather, sometimes to be in crawl spaces, you know, that sort of thing. And so if you can get yourself a little bit of exposure to that type of work, make sure that it's a good fit for you, and then the committee is going to hear that story and be much more interested in considering you as an applicant for this program. In addition to that, if you're under 18 or are having a harder time kind of getting your foot in the door, these pre-apprenticeship programs that are out there today are fantastic. You know, we've got a lot of them here in the greater Seattle area. A new comes to mind, PAC and PACE. A lot of these are newer programs to me in my exposure, and these seem to be a great way for a young person, right, to get this exposure to all these different trades, get a little taste of everything. I would highly suggest pre-apprenticeship as an option as well. The obvious one here is going to be the internet, which sounds ridiculous to suggest that in this day and age, but there are some great resources there. The Construction Center of Excellence, you know, obviously is a big part of that. Great place to go. WorkSource in Washington is also a great resource to find out more about apprenticeship. And if you're still in high school, this sounds so obvious, but your career department there at the school, they can really help you to find out about these trades and find out more information about apprenticeship.